Good morning everyone and welcome to you in this daily update on mainly Bitcoin today. Hope you're doing very well. You have been able to trade Bitcoin Gold with a lovely drop and pump here. We've got almost a 90% recovery of the drop. That's pretty crazy. This is pretty nice. This is very strong for Bitcoin. Next I'm looking most likely for a new local all-time high, so just this high here to be taken. Normally the sound should be a little bit louder than before, so I can maybe move the microphone a bit more far away. It should be a little bit better than before. Please, if this is too loud, let me know. I can decrease of course the volume of this, and normally it should be on and you should hear me. Anyway, so Bitcoin, we've got the rejection here, you know, from the harmonic target with the fib time. All of this really lining up together. Here's a very good short trade. You see it also in Discord. If we start breaking the VWAP, the local it was Valera high, we can look for the short. We've got the short all the way down to the DNPOC here to really swipe the lows. Okay, when I was saying the best deal would be to go swipe the lows at least. Sorry, and so here we can just see what's happening. Exactly. Touch off the daily negative path control, and so from here, as I said, daily negative path control give it a bit of a bounce. If we get a bit of a continuation from here, we can look for this first resistance that gave the drop. Next we've got this support plan, and next was looking most likely basic. Well, I mean, again, everything is in Discord basically. Just doing a bit of a summary of what happened since the last update. By the way, please be aware of their scammers again targeting here the community. For example, here this is not me. You can see Matt OA. It's not EO, it's OE. So just be aware of this. This is not me. My only Discord account is this one. You can see Matthew MC. And here it's Matho AMC. So it is not the same, so please be aware of this if these people contact you or whatever. Yeah, please don't answer to these people, you will get scammed for sure. But anyway, so here the thing was, and even the thing is, even now, if we get another increase in price, we go for a new local high. Who cares? Basically, we've got the time of the top. We've got the short plan here. It gave still a very good short trade, a decent short trade for a day trader. We have been able to ride all the move down. Normally now, of course, you took profit, have your stop on entry. So in any case, even if we rise from here, that's a winning trade. So this is pretty lovely with this nice 2618 fib time here that was planned. So for a bit of where we go to. So now we have also the dates if we have to pull back a little bit bigger, but right now I don't think so. We'll have to see if we manage to print some new data, but yeah, for now this is not the plan. And so yeah, here DNPOC below the range low giving a little bit of a bounce. Okay, that was really when it was hitting that DNPOC a little bit after. Looking for some possible wave here, giving the resistance. So again, if you want to be aware of all of this, you can join the Discord server, because for example, this was not planned on YouTube, simply because, well, this was a new price action. I was not live, for example, yesterday. And so yeah, the first resistance giving the pullback. Next we plan the support. And this was the best move possible, basically. So we went into the support overnight. For me, it was against here 4, 5, 6 a.m. So I was stepping here. We've got the bounce. No short for me in any of this, as I said here. Let's see if we can get in here for the short trade. Okay, so we did this. No short trade for me still. Okay, looking for, well, still a bit of a high prices. Next we go for the next target here. Let's see what we get in there. And again, target is now here a bit of a bearish activity, but we don't have any demand yet to reverse this big bearish activity you can see on the order flow. And so if we get some shorts, basically this is a short trade. If we don't get some shorts, we can look for a new high. We did got some shorts following the bearish activity, okay, with a nice MC short reaction. All this that brings us with this lovely little drop, okay, following this first initial drop. But as I said, even now if we get a bigger move to the upside, it gives still two pretty good winning trades, the long and the short. In any case, these are winnings in the end, even if we get stopped down any of these. Why these are winning? Because we took the short, take profit 1 here into the VWAP. As I said here, VWAP is a take profit 1. Take profit 1 into the VWAP. So once you take profit 1, you set your stop on entry, and so, well, even if you come back up, you took profit, so you refunded the fees, made some profit, and now if you get stopped out, where you get stopped out on entry or with a stop profit, so you do not take a loss and you're still in the long more over this. That's pretty lovely, right? And so yeah, in the end got stopped out with a very bullish, big bullish activity here, leading to the bigger move to the upside. And so now I'm looking most likely for the new local high to be made, simply because we did broke this last resistance we have planned basically. Okay, so yeah, that was just a bit of a summary before to update all of this. And so yeah, now let's go and update this chart. So we have a new daily level. Let's go and take oh well, there is no daily. Okay, let's go now on MOONCHARTS. That is just right there. Already into 7:30. So let's take this. Good, warrior in 4,490. So let's go here. Warrior in 4,490. Perfect. Then what do we have here? No TPOs, but what I'm going to do is load this one here. I'm testing something. This was on the ticks. Okay, 50 we'll have something here, so we have Orion 4497.5. Okay, perfect. NTX1 Warrior for 500. Yeah, it's the same basically, so let's what the fuck. There we go. And let's just have a look here at the TPOs. We have a poor hype, so yeah, again it's lined up with my idea of going for a new local high here. Yeah, good low, poor high. So the best way to swipe this high today. Just gonna double check here, are the data correct? Because the problem is when you have a VPN on sometimes, oops. Yeah, it is nice. Okay, good. So yeah, Bitcoin now. What we've got basically overnight. Again, massive bullish CVD, went a little bit below, absorbed all the way. Well, a bit of absorption on the highs here, but we did took the lows. We have a crazy amount of shorts now at the lows, so if we get some demand here to reverse that, it might follow and get a bigger push to the upside. Now the thing is, we need to look at the support now, so let's have a look at this again. The 30 minutes. Let's pull this wall range, fixed range here. Yeah, we'll have a better support down there. Okay, we can pull also this latest uptrend volume here. If that can load, there you go. And we can look at this. So we're going to cover the wave next. I want to update the different counts possible from here. Gonna be interesting. I have 3 different counts and 2 main counts. Well, yeah, so right now we are at the point of control with the previous day VWAP. Okay, so this is really a good zone to look for a long. Now again, we need some MC long reaction and longs to reverse this thing here. We don't have some crazy amount of longs right now. Would be nice to get some more demand on this. We don't really have MC long reaction down there. So yeah, I would like to see a little bit more demand. If we do so, for example, we get a nice MC long reaction that can lead to a bigger increase in price. Now, if we don't get some longs to reverse the short here, this is not going to bounce, of course. And so if we don't bounce from here, we can look for a drop down. So we have this wall target basically that will divide by two targets. I mean, well, yeah. We have this first one and we'll have this second one here. Okay, so basically if we go down there, we have this very nice so green box here, green, and so we have this very nice first long trade up to a new local all-time high, not talking about the previous, well, the very all-time high, talking about this high here. There we go. And otherwise we have this second long trade down here. I'll just do this. These are the two longs, and if we drop below this basically latest uptrend here value area low, then this is not looking so good, and we are going likely for a new bottom locally here. And that's maybe a little bit too much on the right. Yeah, so that is a plan basically. Really interested in these longs. Long one. It's really annoying they added the message section here. I mean, you have to click more and more and more. Normally you could directly click the message down here, I mean the text, and change the text from this main page here. So now you have to click on the message, and it's pretty annoying, but anyways. Yeah, so these are the two longs I can see on the chart. That will be for a new local all-time high, and then we will see some. Basically, we just have to look here for a swing flip and a fail auction. Basically, do we get anything bearish when we take the highs? So for example, here we go and drop into here, get the good bullish reaction. Again, I have no limits down here, so it's to trade based off the reaction on the order flow. So if the order flow don't get any bullish data, I'm not going too long here. I am still in the short, so even if we drop from here, I will make profit. That's the, and I'm long and I'm short. That's why that's pretty cool to keep the trades open, because next you can, well, if you go up here, you're in the long, you get stopped on the short, but you did 2 profit on the short, so in any case that was a winning. That's why this is pretty cool. Next you, if we do get something bearish up here, you take another short, extra up anyways. So if we get the bounce from any of these long targets, even from now, we go up here, we get some good bearish data on the order flow. I will look for a swing through panel fail auction, okay, and so we can look for another drop. If, again, we are not necessarily going to swipe the lows. Why? Because if you remember here, this is exactly what we have done. We, for example, we have a range. Okay, we go above this range. We get some bearish data. Yeah, I was not really bearish at the time here, but anyways, we still come back below, and we never take the lows. We just have a low, higher low, and another higher low, and we never come back down really to swipe the low. So here we can do exactly the same. Maybe do a bit of a bigger correction like this, but still hold a higher low, and again maybe hold a higher low, and finally break up, for example, low, higher low. We keep doing this, okay, possible. So it's not because we get, for example, a pullback from this current new high we're going to do, more likely that we are going to go all the way down to 10k, for example. We can just hold again another higher low. Now again, if there is any good data, I'm going to take the short trade. We're going to plan the targets, because we will need all this data here to really plan the support, the target for the short trade. And this data, we don't have this yet, so we cannot really plan that yet. But anyway, so this will be my only short target I can see. Otherwise, before, I'm not really that interested in a short trade. Again, you can look if you want for a swing through panel refill auction of this high into, for example, here the daily naked path control. But I mean, well, yeah, I mean, this is a resistance. Now, yeah, personally, I would prefer a new local high at that point. Just maybe why is there a restore menus there? Exo charts again. So yeah, these are the longs. The shorts locally I can see, so that will be the only short I can see here. That will be basically a swing through panel refill auction here. Okay, not necessarily targeting the lows. Again, we're in a big bullish uptrend, so there is no real reason to look for such massive drop next here, but again, everything is possible. That's an idea. But yeah, for now, this is the next longs and the next shorts targets, basically. I think we're done with this thing here. If we push higher from here, so this will be a swing through pan or a failed auction, basically, you know, into this last fib for the harmonic we have planned. So that will be, just gonna add the fib, yeah, that will be this 106,500. Okay, that will be the target next for a swing through pan failed auction. So let's go with 4, well, let's go with 600. Oh, what the hell is going on? 600, there we go. I can manage to do it. So that will be the fib basically. Okay, we can look for a swing through pan or a failed auction. That will be for the harmonic D point top. Again, this is still a valid harmonic. Now if we start breaking above, get acceptance again high here, we get nothing good for a short on the order flow. The order flow is just bullish. I'm going to look for a new all-time high, a very new all-time high basically. Because I can see this is the only real short I can see, otherwise new all-time high basically. And yes, that will be for still the possible harmonic D top. If we drop below here, of course, for example, let's say that we just drop from here, get nothing good for a long, drop below. Well, the first target is a swing through pan of this. I'm not a fan of this target, not gonna lie. This is a, well, again, that's a swing through pan failed auction, so we just have to trade this. But with the context here, I don't like this one so much, to be honest with you. So I would prefer to go down to the targets we have planned below. Okay, so to speak, I would prefer to go into 95,000 basically, and maybe even to 91,000. Okay, these will be the two targets. I would say if we really break below this bottom there, we do have one first level here that is basically the wall range point of control. You can see here. Okay, this wall range from the very beginning to the top we have done. We have, you can see here, this very big point of control that is sitting around 96,000 basically. So we have this very big point of control. This is not a, I'm not a fan of this support because there is no big confluence with this. We just have, for example, here 618, it is 6%. Okay, like this. Well, a few small lower time frame levels, if we can say lower time frame levels, but I mean, yeah, the other ones, for example, here have some much bigger support. So I do prefer the ones below. So this is also another support I would be aware of. But overall, I will prefer, if we have to come down, to go into this point of control, lower one, so 94,500 down, and the next target basically of this whole thing here will be 92,000 basically. Okay, this will be the two preferred targets, the two sides, well, green squares basically. You can see on the right here. Okay, so yeah, these are the, this is a plan basically with the levels chart. So yeah, I think we're done. Let's go on the wave now. We have the longs, the different short, the good targets, the bad ones, everything. So let's go on the wave. So on the wave, this is still the main configuration. That's why if we go, for example, for the highs here, I'm going to cover next the lower time frame. At first, I'm going to focus on the higher time frame. So here, if we take the highs, it's not necessary that we're going to go straight back up here. We can of course do a longer correction here into the wave 2. Okay, and for example, we'll next do another bigger correction. Well, maybe not that high, but for example, a bigger correction like this. Okay, go and touch the 50%. That will match, of course, the harmonic scenario. Now we're going to go that down. For now, to be honest with you, the uptrend is very strong. I doubt we're going to go down there. To be honest with you, I don't know. Seems too easy to go down here and then get a bounce like this. I don't know, it seems really easy, to be honest with you. Now if we do so, that's lovely, but it seems really easy. Here the max pain scenario will be everyone is looking for the drop, because the thing is, if you think about what happened there, you've got an increase in price, a very small pullback. Okay, you don't have really a big retracement, so everyone is waiting to buy and miss out. Again, here you get another increase in price, everyone is waiting for a pullback to buy, and you never get the bigger pullback, so everyone is missing out. And again, here you get another increase in price. Well, I mean, there are no crazy million of longs up here trapped, so people are not that bullish yet, to be honest with you. So the FOMO is not in yet. There is nothing really to wreck up here. And again, if we just end up with a very small pullback like this, everyone will be waiting for a bigger drop, and they will miss out. So yeah, that's why I do like this configuration a lot. This is still going to be my main configuration, but I understand that this is not the highest internal probability to go down here still. So yeah, I'm still aware of if we push up here, I'm going to look for a short, because we can still look for a bigger correction like this in the end in the wave 2 here, maybe a double XY X and Z, for example, then get a full reversal. These are 5 waves like 1, 2, 3, 5. These are double XY X and Z. Let's make it maybe more simple, triple wave double XY. Yeah, so yeah, so this is the first configuration. Second configuration is this one here. So it'll be of course a super bullish configuration where we'll get a wave 1, 2, another wave 1, 2, and a third wave 1, 2 here. This was the bottom, or maybe, you know, a longer wave 2 like before. For example, you can see we have this kind of correction here. I mean, for me, this is part of the 5 ways into the wave 1, but we have this kind of range-bound price action here. We can do a range-bound price action to still be into that wave 2, for example, do a flat or something without taking the low, maybe swipe the lows really quick, but nothing more. Do not really get acceptance below here, so maybe get a triple wave like this, okay, and then finally get the continuation, for example, okay. This is a super bullish configuration, but again, if everyone is waiting for a big pullback, we will never get it, and so a lot of people will miss out on this, and that will be a really max pain scenario, because next you will get everyone following up here in the highs, and you will get at some point, for example, you'll get here a massive increase in price, and at some point you're going to get to the wave 3, 4, and so you will get a massive liquidation here with a big wave 4, because if you do a small wave 3, you look for some big wave 4, and next you look for another increase in price again. So that will be a really good scenario in my opinion. I do like this one a lot. Now I don't want to be too bullish, so I'm not going to take this as a main, but this is still a very nice one. Okay, this one is a main one, not looking necessary for a move down. Okay, overall with the context right now, it makes more sense to be in this, to be honest with you. Yeah, overall it makes more sense to be in this, to be honest with you. And the last configuration is just to be aware of. Okay, it's just something to be aware of. If we can see that the wave are following more like this configuration, it will be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not a fan of these 5 waves here, to be honest with you. I really do not think that this one is the one, but this is valid technically with a wave, so I'm still going to be aware of it. That will be in that case a wave 1 like this, a wave 2 here, then another wave 1, 2, and then you'll get the big 3, 4, 5, and so next this will finish the 3, 4, 5 like this. Okay, so yeah, this is another configuration, but just to be aware of, nothing crazy otherwise for now. Mainly this one until, well, if we start breaking below here, I'm not going to look for this one anymore. I'm going to take this one back. Okay. And normally, by the way, if we do this configuration, so normally the target, because this will refer to the harmonic, you know, we have been trading, this will normally be next, so a 50% pullback, so we should go around 90k basically. Okay, so in the second green square, you know, we have planned there, we've got this big green square, we have this first part into this big green square and this second part, so we'll go into the second part of the green squares, of the big green square. So yeah, that will be this, and normally we should do this on the 1-to-1 extension, on the 1-to-1 FIB time, so it should be normally on the 16th of June, again around the 15th of June. It can be 2 days before, 2 days after, as always, but yeah, the FIB time is normally on the 16th of June, so we should retrace 50%, and we should touch this 50% on the 16th of June. Now again, as I said, I'm not a fan of this big pullback anymore, because Bitcoin is very strong at the moment. It's showing some really strong, well, we're in a very strong uptrend. We've got a 90% here recover. I mean, this is pretty insane. So yeah, overall I do prefer this more, but I don't want to be too bullish, so I will take this only if we really get the increase in price. And yeah, please don't forget, if we take the highs, it's not necessarily going to go for a full increase in price. We can still, you know, be in such very small consolidation here and take the highs, come back down for a longer correction here, and then finally, you know, do a longer correction for the wave 2, and then finally break up. Yeah, but as I said, if we start breaking down here, get nothing good for a swing flip and fail auction, then yes, this is most likely this configuration I will take. And again, as I said, I am not going to wait for these FIB times. For example, if we do drop directly now, we take the lows, nothing good for a long, we hit towards our targets I'm not going to wait for the fib time too long. Okay, if we go and hit, for example, the targets in maybe 1 week, I will take the long. I'm not going to wait for the fib time to really open the long, because we can absolutely do this. Okay, fib times are not all the time respected. Here, overall, it was super well respected, to be honest with you, for this harmonic. So normally it should follow, but sometimes it's not. So this is not something we can, well, we don't have to wait for this fib time. If we do the move before, we do the move before. Okay, it's just to be aware of now. As we come closer to the date and we're approaching the price too, well, we definitely have to be aware of even more than this than before. But yeah, so that is it basically for Bitcoin today, to be honest with you. Well, like for 30 minutes, I think we're done for today. The odds, to be fair, there is nothing crazy to update. So yeah, I will just remain on Bitcoin today, as I said at the beginning of the stream. Today we have no any news. We have some news tomorrow, so we have the PPI at 2:30 UTC plus 2, so just something to be aware. But again, this is today, not tomorrow. Tomorrow, not today. Okay, tomorrow, not today. Yeah, today we'll have no news, but again, it can still move. We do not need news to move the price. So yeah, bit of well, yeah, I'm a bit in between both configuration right now, but yeah, overall we'll still prefer such configuration because everyone will miss out, and yeah, we'll switch to this configuration mainly if we take the lows and get nothing good for a long at the lows here. Simple. Okay, so I hope you got everything right. If you don't, you can of course ask your questions. Otherwise, you can go in Discord, ask your questions there. If you want to stay updated, for example, get such ideas in Discord, for example, you know, get this kind of price action. Was looking for a bounce at a value low, you know, with a, well, overnight basically. You know, we've got a bounce overnight, then another increase in price. We recognize, well, we've got a short here, okay, but we took profit directly into view up, and I said next, you know, if we get a continuation, it's all good. We did took trade, took profit, set my stop on entry. So now even if we rise like this was a winning trade in the end. This is what happened. But yeah, that's why you take profit to avoid such unnecessary loss, if we can say. So yeah, very good thing here, to be honest with you. If you want to stay updated, really, yeah, you can join. All of these channels are free, by the way. You have nothing to pay to join these channels. And yeah, by the way, completely forgot to, because I sent you some wave in Discord for the lower time frame here. So here current smaller wave. So there you go. So this was, you know, the wave I was looking for first of all, mainly. So maybe a lot of people are watching and checking, you know, I mean, are looking for this triple wave down, because you can see 5 ways down, I think, here. Okay, if you're using a little wave, you can see 5 ways down here. Well, if you look at it like this is valid, but for me, a flat can go max to the 1618. It's really rare to see a flat are gonna go tap the 200% of the 2618. If you pull the extension tool for this, you can see it went into the 200% and really close to the 2618. So to make an ABC flat with a crazy extension like this, for me this is not valid at all. And personally, when we was in this, I was already looking for this 1, 2, 3. This was for me a wave 4, and this was for me a wave 5 with a lower time frame wave and everything. For me, it matched. So I will keep this wave for me, because, well, I have been trading this. This was what I was looking for the minute time, and the smaller wave match with this. So if we do get a pump from here, okay, we go like this. These cannot be some 5 ways down. So what I will take here is simply a double EXY. You're gonna say, what the fuck, mate? You're putting here some 5 ways down. This will be a double EXY. Well, yes, that will be a double EXY, because here you will get a triple wave. Let's say a double EXY, because here you have a triple wave in the last wave, so it might be a double EXY. Then in that case, you will get another WXY. You can see here, triple wave, okay, WX and triple wave. Double EXY. And if you pull the fib from the top to the bottom to the top, surprise, where do we bounce from? The exact 1618. So this, again, we're talking about a 5 minutes time frame. It can be a double EXY here. Double EXY. Like this. And so in that case, there will not be here an ABC flat next. An ABC zigzag, sorry. Yeah, that will just be here double EXY down. We have done a bigger correction. Now, as I said before, if we are, you know, well, if we're in this in the end, we go still lower, or if we're in this configuration, we'll just do a longer wave to here. Maybe I'm gonna put something a little bit smaller here. We can still do here, for example, an A, B, C flat, or a double X, or a bigger one, hold a higher low, and then get the real move to the upside, right? And yeah, if you pay attention now also, we do have a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's why I'm looking for these longs before here. And again, the price where we are right now is also a support. We are at the path control. Now, is it the best to open trades at the path control? Not really. That's why I will prefer to see a little bit lower here. But if we manage to reclaim this, get some good data of this, as I said, that can be a long trade too. So yeah, this can be a double XY. And to be honest, this is what I prefer at the moment. I do prefer this because with the context, it makes for me more sense to be in this. We do have now some 5 waves up too. This was not the best 5 waves ever when I drew this. When I draw this on my side already, I was thinking, well, there are some okay 5 waves, but it's not the best. And so yeah, as now we also have a 5 waves up. I like this double XY, to be honest. So yeah, these are the smaller time frame wave. The lower time frame I will take more likely now, and yeah. So yeah, I would say now highest probability is to go swipe this high and make a new local all-time high here. Not talking about, of course, the very all-time high. Yeah, but again, it's not because we go for a new high that we have to look for a massive pump. Again, as I said, we can look for a bigger triple wave to continue the range like this. Boom, fail auction, boom, come back down, and then hold some 5 waves up. Wave 2, and get this kind of range again. This kind of, well, this was more expanding, but anyways. And so here next, boom, and get a wave 1, 2, and then bam, extract to the upside here. For example, if I have to keep a very small, tiny range here again, something pretty small, that'll be the idea. Yeah, so thank you all for watching. No arts today, as I said, because, well, there is not much to update, to be honest with you. Everything is pumping, so that's nice. That's perfect. If you have any request, you can, of course, go in the Discord again and go and ask the request in here, arts request. I will do it when I get some time for it. For example, Maggie, this one, I did not like the chart at all. We didn't got any data, so if there is also an out where I don't like to do some TAs on, I'm going to let you know. For me, there is no enough data, so no good TAs to do on that. It was not even on Bybit, if I'm correct, so yeah, yeah, I don't like this much. For the TAs, of course, otherwise I'm not trying on Bybit, because in France it cannot be used, sadly. But anyway, so yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you enjoy, as always, you can smash the likes. Thank you so much if you take the time to do it. If you are watching this update later, you can also write a comment down below. It helps a lot, as always. So thank you again so much for this. Have a brilliant day ahead. Don't forget the news tomorrow, not today, at 2:30 UTC plus 2. We have, of course, I'm going to remind you this in Discord, but if you're not in Discord, I'm letting you know now. Anyways, have a brilliant day ahead. Take care, and catch you all in the next one on Friday. Cheers.